Now I would like to introduce our 2019 commencement speaker, Linda Hubbard. Today, Linda serves as the President and Chief Operating Officer of Carhartt, the original workwear brand founded nearly 130 years ago in Detroit, Michigan. She's the first female and non-family member to serve as president of the company. In her role, Linda connects all facets of business operations to deliver on the Carhartt brand promise of building rugged products to serve and protect hardworking people while striving to uphold the company's values and walking bravely into the future. Linda is a 1982 graduate of our college and holds a bachelor's degree in accounting. After graduating from Michigan State, she began a 20-year career at Plant Moran, where she handled many accounts, including Carhartt's. Fast forward to 2002, and Linda was asked to join Carhartt as its CFO. She would soon become the COO, and in 2013, she became the company's president as well. Linda and her family are part of quite a remarkable Michigan State talent pipeline. Her husband, Mark, and their 2 sons and daughter-in-law are all proud graduates of the Broad College of Business. That's certainly something that warms a dean's heart. Linda is a certified public accountant, a chartered global management accountant, and also serves on the board of directors of the Detroit branch of the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago. She's an active alumna and now serves on our Broad College's advisory board, lending her experience and guidance to her alma mater. I can't tell you how excited I am for some of that same experience and guidance to be shared with all of us who are gathered here today. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Linda Hubbard to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Gupta, for this opportunity to speak at my alma mater, a university that I love so dearly. I am grateful and honored to speak to all of you in the Broad College of Business 2019 graduating class and to all of your family and friends. One of the things that we love to do at Carhartt is celebrate people that outwork them all, and you certainly have done that. You should be proud of your degree from the Broad College of Business. It is the culmination of the hard work and effort that you demonstrated when you were first admitted to the business school and the academic success you've achieved throughout your years here at Michigan State University. As I looked through commencement speeches online in preparation for today, I noticed many of the speakers conveyed that they wanted the graduates to be happy and to follow their dreams. This seemed like a worthy sentiment to me, but it also seemed a little soft for Michigan State students. It just isn't gritty or scrappy or challenging enough. You know what I mean? So I understand what some of you did to get here and to get through school. The amount of hours that you worked during the summers and throughout the school year, or the amount of loans you may have incurred to pay tuition, or the amount of consecutive days that you ate ramen noodles to save some money. And even if your financial situation was more secure, it doesn't mean the road through college was always easy. There were difficult exams and difficult teachers, challenging roommates, and worries about having good enough grades to get into business school or attain a specific major. And for that last group of you that didn't really have any worries that I previously mentioned, I'm sure you at least had to deal with parking tickets and not enough sleep. Taking all of that into account, Broad graduates have triumphed over many challenges and roadblocks. Contemplating all that you've done to overcome the hurdles that college throws at you, I know you're equipped for what life may bring in the future. And in all honesty, I don't think you can count on it just being happiness and following your dreams. For the parents in the audience, What did you wish for your child when they went off to college? I'm a first-generation college student, and my parents didn't have much exposure to higher education. They wanted me to pursue my dreams and be happy, but I also believe they wanted me to experience some real-world grit in college to reinforce the values they instilled in me. Values like dependability, resilience, and authenticity. Values that, when lived well, can positively impact others and sustain you in the pursuit of your dreams, because life sometimes takes you through some choppy waters. I'd like to share a few stories with you about my values, the values that were developed and strengthened here at Michigan State, and how they were tested at different times in my life and career. I hope that you can take something from my experiences to help guide in yours. So I used that word tested. Probably some of you cringed. You thought you'd finished with test taking after your last final examination. You might have headed to Rama at the Riv or to Harper's to celebrate and have a toast to that last exam you would ever take. But I'm here to share the difficult truth with you. You may have finished test taking for life, but you're not done being tested. The most difficult tests you'll take in the future, those that will have the most significant impact on you personally and professionally, will most likely not be tests of technical skills or business acumen, but tests of character. These tests of character can catch you by surprise, so being grounded in some core values is critical. When I was watching the Final Four coverage a few weeks ago, I saw an interview with Cassius Winston, one of the members of our amazing Final Four Michigan State basketball team. I don't remember the specific question from the reporter, but Cassius's response was something like, "We're all trying to be our best self." And that really resonated with me. Leading self is a principle we consider at Carhartt to be the first baseline competency for any leader in our company. Hearing Cassius's comment, I think back to what we defined leading self to mean at Carhartt. To us, it means leading with honesty and integrity. It means being dependable, being resilient, and being authentic. These values are required of all of our associates and also applies to the graduates here today. As we say at Carhartt, some of you may be leaders from day one, while others will lead one day. You must be able to lead yourself before you can lead others. I'd like to speak more deeply about these three values that make up the idea of leading self because they will serve you well in your life. That first value is be dependable. What does it mean to be dependable? Dependability is how we build trust with others. We are trusted because we can be depended on to do the right thing, to always act with honesty and integrity. It came as a surprise to me the first time it happened, but there will be several times in your career when your honesty and integrity will be tested. It may be tested in small ways, like when my son was recently encouraged by a corporate recruiter to lie on his job application to better position himself for an opportunity. Or you may be tested in a bigger way and put into situations where there's pressure to cut corners. For example, I recently had an experience where a supplier cheated on material components and decided not to meet the specifications of product quality to save money. Throughout my career, I have seen acts of dishonesty. I was offered bribes to look the other way and turn a blind eye to people's fraudulent and criminal actions, and I've been asked to pay bribes when doing business internationally to eliminate roadblocks to getting a deal done. Needless to say, these are not the kind of people you want to do business with. Not all people in power are honest, so you need to be alert and not naive to it. You need to know unequivocally that you will do the right thing when you are presented with a tough choice. You do it to preserve your own self-worth, for your family, friends, and the people you may lead someday that have placed their trust and their welfare in you. Be a trusted leader. Do the right thing. That's what being dependable is. The second value is be resilient. You'll make mistakes. We all do, but the hope is that we learn from them. I remember very clearly making a mistake on a client audit issue early in my career at Plant Moran. I was a new in charge, and I was confident in the decision I'd made because I'd encountered what appeared to be the same situation with another client. I wasn't only confident, I was borderline arrogant about how much I thought I knew. Well, guess what? It wasn't the same situation. I had already confidently given the client the wrong answer, and now I had to tell him I was wrong. It was a humbling experience for me. My manager advised me to learn from it, and he also told me something I didn't want to hear at that time, that he was sure I would make many more mistakes in my career. He also shared a saying from Frank Moran, one of the firm's founders. Frank said, "Mistakes are the tuition for experience. Just be sure not to pay tuition twice." Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Fear of mistakes can be paralyzing. It can prevent the generation of new ideas and halt progress, which is often worse than the mistake itself. You must take chances and push yourself to try new things. It's okay to be roughly right. You can refine your ideas over time. And when you do make a mistake, which is inevitable, take accountability and keep moving forward. Learn the lesson and let the rest of it go. That's what being resilient is. And the third value is be authentic. You've inevitably been shaped during your years at Michigan State University. You've had some practice time to try on different ideas and philosophies and opinions. You've witnessed people's reactions when you've been your authentic self and the times when you were less sincere and truthful. At this point, you're pretty grown up, and people have formed an opinion of you. Is that opinion of the authentic you? Leading self requires authenticity. That means you have your own unique way of expressing yourself and of working, and your own unique view of the world around you. When you have a deep understanding of yourself and your values, you can be very clear in your goals and what you want to accomplish, both in your career and in your life outside work. And because you're clear and sincere in who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of, asking for something and receiving it occurs much more frequently. Challenge yourself to ask for what you really want. Relying on someone else to pave the way for you or just hoping the outcome you want won't get you there. You have to ask. When I think back to some of the major milestones in my career, most of the success I achieved was because of an opportunity that I wanted and asked for. When I joined Plant Moran, I asked to work on large, complex commercial accounts. I asked to be considered for partnership. I asked for the additional responsibilities and positions I've held at Carhartt over the years, including COO and president. You can ask for the behavior and outcomes that you want from yourself and others. You are mindful of your impact, you're respectful and intentional with your actions and reactions, you are truthful and trustworthy, you are authentic. So I began my comments by saying that so many commencement speeches wish the graduates happiness and the chance to follow their dreams. I do indeed wish that for you. However, I also wish for much more. Happiness is more easily achieved when you know in your heart you've done it the right way. I know here at Michigan State, you've had the opportunity to shape the person that you are now and how you want to lead, first yourself and then others. Leading self is the baseline competency for leadership. It is leading with honesty and integrity. It is being dependable, resilient, and authentic. These values will serve you well in your life and guide you in passing the lifelong tests of character to come. Congratulations to all of you, the 2019 Broad College of Business graduating class, and to your family and friends. It has been an honor to celebrate the day and your achievements with you. Spartans truly do outwork them all. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, for your inspiring advice around dependability, integrity, and resilience. I hope that you will treasure this for years to come.